Czech artist Kristof Kintera is known internationally for his sculptural, often kinetic assemblages, exploring environmental issues, consumerism, and waste. Throughout this exhibition, Kintera recycles obsolete technological materials, transistors, circuits, electrical cables, and lights, in order to present a vision of the world that we live in and, with a dark wit and humour, encourages us to reflect on our place within it. Materials are at times juxtaposed with or carefully arranged into forms associated with ecology, such as miniature post-apocalyptic cities, a snowdrift made of expanding foam, or anthropomorphized tree branches. Recent global events and a growing attention to environmental issues provide a backdrop for Kintera's work, making this exhibition of new, recent and earlier works particularly timely. Entering Postnaturalia Laboratory is like visiting the artist's studio. The components used in the Postnaturalia installation can be seen here in close detail, allowing a different perspective of the work. Among the items are familiar metals such as copper and other materials recovered from scrapyards in Prague. For Kintera, this is an extension of Postnaturalia, which creates the atmosphere of a work in progress.
I'm very keen on to show the background, the mycelium of thoughts, but also the workshop of thinking with materia, so that's why I'm inviting people to see how things being developed and how the materia is transmuted into the ideas. That's one reason. The second reason, or one of the more other reason, is to show also the thoughts behind in a very comprehensive way. That means, for instance, if I show a drawing where I'm showing how plants are having a root system, and if I connect it to a root system or wiring system of a computer, I don't have to explain much with words. So even a 10 years old kid, or 80 years old lady will immediately understand what I'm thinking about.
This artificial landscape, made of discarded electrical components, gives the impression of a post-apocalyptic city in miniature. The installation sprawls across the floor, taking over the gallery like an invasive organism. It is also, to quote the artist, an excavation of the geological remnants of our time. With this work, Kintera reveals similarities between systems of technology and nature, which not only coexist but are part of the same network.
Postnaturalia was basically a study to compare the systems of nature and the system of technology. And it's fascinating story of how things basically are, copying each other without knowing it. And it's fascinating, So for instance, if you take a coil from old television, it's the RT monitor, and you break the TV with a hammer, and then you have the coil in your hand, you have a blossom of a flower. But this coil was designed to function, not to be seen. And when I think about the nature, the blossoms of flowers, they are also designed to work, So there is, endless analogies of and proofs that it's a one thing for me.
Kintera refers to these works as drawings, despite their resemblance to collage or three-dimensional relief. According to the artist, they are sharp and direct observations on everyday life. Much of his technical work involves slow processes, whilst drawing allows him to work quickly. Some of these drawings have been made recently during lockdown, such as I like Angela and Germany, and I also like Greta and also Denise. This is a reference to the dispute between teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, specifically Merkel's use of a photo opportunity with Thunberg to make herself look good. The inclusion of a third person, Denise, complicates what might otherwise be interpreted as a binary debate about political virtue. For this presentation of drawings at Ikon, Kintera has included a light installation. Combined with the drawings, the changing lights create the feeling of being inside a crazy cabinet. Revolution is an animatronic sculpture of a hooded childlike figure which repeatedly bangs its head against the wall. According to the artist, this work is about an individual's frustration about wanting to change the world around them, yet being unable to do so.
I think that art should provoke, not necessarily all of art, but if you provoke a little bit, you are creating reactions. So from time to time, I also try to provoke a little bit and to use these tools which are provoking. So sometimes they can be, you know, almost it's on the edge of violence. I know, like the revolution, you know, it looks very violent, but it's again, it's our life, you know. I was observing my kid, you know, banging its head, you know, 15 years ago to the floor, and I was, you know, observing this, you know, aggressivity, which is coherent to our existence, and it's up to each of us how we, you know, work with this energy.
This 4-metre high sculpture is made up of 250 recycled table lamps, strip lights, cables and power sockets. Light may be seen to represent life, energy or spirituality, yet Kintera is equally interested in our dependence on electricity. The artist draws attention to our excessive consumption of energy and depletion of natural resources. This exhibition is supported by the Embassy of the Czech Republic in London, Czech Centre London and the Ministry of Culture of the Czech Republic. It is accompanied by a catalogue with text from independent curator and writer Miroslav Ambrose and Ikon curator Melanie Pocock. The End of Fun is open until the 22nd of November 2020. See Ikon's website and social media for more resources and details of events accompanying the exhibition.